those inner corners. Go ahead and close your eyes. Okay. Fan your face. Hello. I understand that you are here to get your makeup done. Okay. And was there any kind of look that you were looking for in particular? Okay, yeah, for sure. I can definitely do that. I think we can go in with a little bit of oil just to give that skin a little bit of that dewiness. So, this is some rosehip oil. Okay. Go ahead and drop some along your face. Oh. Okay, like that. And I'm just going to pat that into the skin. Like so. Blend that out. Just to give your skin some of that nice glow that we all want. Okay, perfect. Alright, now that your skin is nice and dewy looking, I think we can start on your eyebrows. I noticed that you have some long hairs at the front, so I'm just gonna go ahead and trim those, okay? So just hold still. Just gonna brush your hairs up. I'm now going to take some scissors and just trim the top. And the other side. looks good. Alright. I then use this little sponge. It's like a knockoff silly sponge to kind of pat that concealer in. So, look at that. And I'm gonna just like so. And in between, the brows, like so. And underneath, just like that. Okay. On top, right there. Pat that in. Okay, perfect. I think that looks amazing, but I do want to clean up a little bit around the eye area. I just got some concealer where we shouldn't have concealer, so go ahead and stay still. I'm just gonna use a little bit of makeup remover to remove that excess product, okay? Okay, now that the brows are done, I'm just gonna go ahead and put some concealer underneath your eyes. So, I'm gonna use that same Too Faced concealer. And when I put on concealer, I usually only focus it on the inner corner and then on the outer corner. I think I got some on my hair. The outer corner too. It helps to make the eye look more lifted. So I'll show you what I mean. So just on your inner corner there. And on the outer corner there. And same thing on the other side. Perfect. You don't really need much. I find that a little goes a long way. And then usually I'll drag that product from the inner corner to the center so that it covers my dark circles. So to blend that out better, I like using a brush. This is also a Morphe brush. So I'm gonna pat it, and then drag it up to the side. And then usually here I'll make I like using stippling motions, kind of like that. And then on this side, and I'll drag it up and use the same stippling motions on your eye, like so. Sorry, under your eye. I'm gonna swoop the color up and make it quite pigmented. Beautiful, beautiful. It's looking really good, I think. Alright. And that is nice and blended. I'm gonna drag it onto your nose a little bit. Like so. Okay. That looks amazing. Alright. Okay. Alright, how does that feel? Good. I noticed that I did use a little bit too much product again, so I'm just gonna wipe the excess concealer off, okay? I'm gonna use my spray micellar water here. And alright, does that feel a little bit less cakey? Okay, good. So for foundation, I like using the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. This stuff works so good. And as you can see, it's almost finished, so you know that clients love this stuff. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use the same little silly sponge to tap into your face, okay? I find that with this sponge, you don't really need too much product because it doesn't actually absorb the product like a beauty blender would. I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple pumps onto here. And go ahead and put that on your face. excess foundation is off your face, I think we can go ahead and do your eyes. So what kind of look were you looking for again? Something quite dramatic. Okay, for sure, I can definitely do that. And take the brightest shade that I see. Okay, and I like stippling it in. Like so. I think it looks better. I know. Why am I going in with such a bright shade? See, the trick is we're gonna blend this shade out with a lighter version of this color, and it's gonna make it a little bit less dramatic and more blended out. Another trick is that you can use a clean brush to kind of blend it out, but I think I like using powder a little bit more. Just makes the transition a little bit more seamless, in my opinion. So I'm gonna now do the windshield wiper motions along your eye, like so. Okay. You're doing a great job, by the way. This looks really good on you. Alright, so I have another brush here, and I'm just gonna dig into a lighter pink up here. Tap off the excess and just go ahead and blend it out. I like using really fluffy motions, like, a light hand, that's what it's called, and building up the color with like the fluffier motions, like so. I'm gonna take more of that color and focus that above this one. It's just gonna blow out the super nice pink that we have on your eyelid there. Okay, like so. You can already see it being blended out a little bit, and I think it just looks so good. Okay, like that. Perfect. Okay, now how dramatic do you want this look to be? As dramatic as it can get. Okay. In that case, I think we're gonna use white eyeliner on you. So, I unfortunately don't have real white eyeliner, but I do have this thing called the Cut Crease Canvas by Makeup Revolution. I usually do this when I want to create a really dramatic cut crease. So, it just kind of helps to prime it a little bit better. So, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a winged line like that. Perfect. Go back and to the other side. Perfect. And perfect. Gotta make the flick. I think that looks absolutely amazing, and you're absolutely killing it. Is it too much? No? Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go in and clean up the outer edge of your eye with my very precise micellar spray. Perfect. Alright, now that that's in place, I think we can go ahead and do your mascara. So, I'm gonna go ahead and curl your lashes. So, this is the Tweezerman, I don't know how to say it, eyelash curler in rose gold. So, perfect. Just gonna squeeze a couple times. Okay, perfect. And your other eye. I know it's not as intimidating as it looks. mascara. Alright, so just go ahead and blink for me. Perfect. Okay, get those inner corners. And blink, 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 blink. Perfect. It's looking so good. I can't wait for you to see it. Okay. Alright, now that the eyes are done, I think the rest of your face is lacking a little bit of dimension, so we can fix that with some contour and highlight. The contour that we're going to be using is actually a blush in a darker shade. It is in the shade Blunt, and it's by MAC. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I usually pick up a lot of this stuff. And go ahead and contour the sides of your face. A lot of people like making a fishy face when doing this, but I actually like turning away, towards the light, and then kind of just focusing on where I see my natural bone structure kind of sinking in. I find that that works the best, so go ahead and turn. Perfect, that looks amazing. Okay, and I'm gonna just emphasize this area a little bit by making a small little perfect that on the side. And on the other side here, gonna just perfect. Yep. Perfect. Just to turn a little bit to the side. Thank you. And I'm gonna just accentuate the back of your cheekbone. Is that what it's called? It's like the little side. I don't know how to describe it, but perfect. You look so good. I think you had a little bit. Perfect. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and bake your face. So, to do so, I'm using the Beauty Bakery loose setting powder. Alright, so I'm gonna dip the beauty blender into the powder. You can see it has a good amount of product on there now. So I'm gonna just now the point of baking is that you leave it on the skin. You don't really wipe it off until a couple minutes later. Okay, so I'm now gonna go in and do the other eye. Get some more product there. Tap off the excess and pat that into the skin. It's not really good to use a damp beauty blender for powder. I find that it just makes it a little bit more cakey than it should be, so I actually like using a dry beauty blender for the powder. Perfect. Pat, 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 pat. Pat, 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 pat. Pat, 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 pat. Alright. I also like going in and making 2 lines on the nose, just on the outside of where the contour should be. So I'm gonna go ahead and do and do. Perfect. So now that you have 2 straight lines along the side of your nose, I think we can go ahead and contour your nose. Alright, for the nose contour, I like using the Morphe E47 brush. And I go this line quite straight. I just find that it makes the nose look so much better. Perfect. I just remembered that we should also clean up the contour, just like the bottom edge of the contour. So I'm gonna go back into the loose powder. And I'm gonna dip it into here. Tap off the excess. And I'm just gonna make a quick line under each contour. Under each of the areas I contoured. There we go. Just cleaning up that line, and we're gonna let it bake on your face. Okay. While that sits, I actually like doing the highlight. I find that having the powder on just makes the highlight look more natural, not super intense. And since your eyes are already very like out there, I think we're okay with doing highlight that's a little bit less intense. What do you think? Okay, so for highlight, I like using the Becca highlight. I don't know what shade this is in. Is it chocolate geode? I don't know. But you can tell that it's broken without me even opening it. I dropped it a couple times, so unfortunately this is the only shade I have that just works so wonderfully. So I'm gonna apply that to the top of your cheeks. And once again, I like using that same technique of kind of turning to the side. And then I notice where the light kind of hits it naturally, and I try to apply it there. So just turn your face a little bit this way. Perfect. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply the highlight there. You can see some of the powder is actually coming off. That's what we want. We want the powder to kind of make the highlight look a little bit more natural. So, yeah, just go ahead and turn your face a little bit more to the side. Perfect, thank you. And I'm just gonna apply that highlight to your face. Perfect. I like applying some on the inner corner of each eye as well. There. And there. And I then like going underneath at the brow bone, just where you'd see some natural highlights. So, there. And there. Perfect. It's looking so good. Oh my gosh. I really can't wait for you to see it. Sometimes I also like applying a little bit just on the sides of the forehead. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. And on the side. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And of course we can't forget about the nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that just down the center of the nose there, like that. I'm using lighter pressure. Okay. And I also like just doing a little bit just on the center of the nose. I find that it gives more, I guess, dimension to the face. I think that the setting powder is ready to be brushed off. I like using this brush from Morphe. I just kind of swoop the powder away. I like that this one kind of has like a tapered edge to it, I guess. So I'm just gonna swoop and a little bit on the tip of your nose as well. I also like applying a little bit of blush to the chin and the forehead. So the chin here, and just a little bit along with the forehead. Perfect. So for lips, you actually have two options today. Both are matte shades, which I just feel like would complement the eye look a little bit better. So you have this nude pink, and you have this sort of bold red color. I actually wear this color religiously, and it's what I'm wearing right now. I applied it somewhat lightly to the lips, so you can go ahead and pick which one you want. Okay, yeah, I agree. I think the nude shade would complement the eyes a little bit better because it is a very dramatic look. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. Okay, so just, I usually start here and then I make another line there, and then I do the V, the Cupid's bow, like the V. And I go down, outline the lips and fill it in. I don't really use lip liner all the time, so I'm gonna beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in. Okay, like so. That looks amazing. Alright, so I do feel like it is a little bit intense still. I'm gonna go ahead and give you this little sheet of paper. Just blot your lips, okay? Okay, perfect. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up around the edges of the lips, okay? Just gonna use my handy dandy micellar water again. Alright, so now that we have everything in place, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and spray your face. Mist your face with some setting spray. This is the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. I actually just bought it a few days ago.